This is your Friday Night Lights podcast.
Photo and entertainment and Middle Georgia sales and services.
Coke don't worry about Kelsey.
I had to go see a man about a meal.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's good, peoples?
That's good.
What's going on, fellas?
Getting ready for tomorrow night. That's what that is.
Y'all game tomorrow night, bro?
Down in Carver, Columbus, and Doherty going at it tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, that's that one.
So we're gonna see who get that number 2 seed. That's what they fighting for.
I gotta give the Doherty the way things are looking.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna let the Wizards speak on that. I ain't gonna speak for the Wizards. I'm gonna let the Wizards speak on that later on. So I'm gonna leave that one at that. Yeah, it's one of the pick'ems for this week. That's why it's getting shut down tomorrow at 6 p.m.
But I got mine in.
Yeah, so note, if you haven't got your pick'ems in yet for the week, you might want to get them in now because it's getting shut down Thursday at 6 p.m. But yeah, other than that though, man, I say just looking forward to a good weekend of high school football.
Good weekend of high school football, bro. And every week now counts. Every week counts.
Especially for a lot of other regions.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of regions out there battling right now. And boy, let one team slip up, it's gonna make a whole lot of other teams happy.
Hey, real quick, man, I need to talk to you about something, Thirsty. I'm sorry I'm in a bad area. I hope I don't lose you here. But last year, y'all had a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
You beat Carver. Carver beat Sandy.
Well, Carver beat, yep, you're right. We beat Carver. Carver beat Sandy Creek. And Sandy Creek beat us. Did we drop him?
He's still there. He's still on.
All right, we just can't hear. So I'm assuming he was getting at how did we determine the tiebreaker on that?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, if that's what you was getting at, basically Region 5 uses the point 4 system. Points 4. And luckily we had scored enough points throughout the season to lead the region in points scored, or points 4, shall I say. And that's how we ended up winning the region. That's what the region secretary decided to use. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you got me?
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay, I was just thinking about a scenario. You know, we was talking scenarios.
Yeah.
Last year, Sandy Creek beat Cedar Grove. Cedar Grove beat Carver. Carver beat Sandy Creek. How crazy would it be if y'all beat Sandy Creek this year? Sandy Creek has already beat Carver. What if Carver beat Cedar Grove and y'all back in that same situation?
Yeah, either Sandy Creek or Carver gonna win the region then. If they don't put up more points this year than Cedar Grove has.
And see, that's the point I was asking when I was talking to the kid from Northeast. So the point four in y'all region is entire season, not just region play, correct?
As far as I know, entire
Yeah, I
season.
think it's point four entire season because I brought that out by looking at the bylaws when it was talking about the entire season. He gonna be in a world of hurt if he think they're gonna win the region off points four because Ace has put up more points in region play and the entire season than Northeast has. So he want that 2 seed. If Ace go and beat Spencer, he's gonna get that 2 seed that he asking for.
Yo, you talking about down in 2A?
Down in 2A.
Let me take a look at this. I need to go grab my handy dandy notebook, but I don't feel like moving to going to get it right now.
Get it out your backpack.
I know, right? I don't feel like walking to my backpack right now. It's real talk. That's where it's at. I'm just gonna take a look at this region 2A, 2AA real fast and see what them. They ain't got points on here. They ain't got points up on here.
Well, what I did was go to Max Prep and look at point four and points against.
Yeah.
Ace has generated 350 plus points this season, and Northeast was like 250 something.
Sound like a whole lot to make up, don't it?
If you gonna score and cover a 100-point deficit in the last 2 games, you better hope Ace gets shut out in those 2. And if they get shut out, you win the region anyway. But I don't see that happening. Just because you dropped the ball on Spencer has been playing some good ball this year. Not to take anything away from them, but there's no way Spencer should have beat Northeast. So I don't think Spencer will beat Ace.
There we go. The green waves, huh?
It's the green wave.
How you lose to a body of water?
And a green body at that. It ain't even blue.
I know, right? It's down in the Gulf. Where we at? Where I was looking. I was trying to go somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna go to teams. Okay. But like I say, the bracket that was posted, man, it served its purpose. It was for entertainment purposes only, and it entertained a lot of folks.
That was it. That was the job. That's what it was intended for. Now, real quick, while you checking everything out, Jeremy, of course you got a chance. Everybody got a chance to win, but me personally, I don't think Applin will win 2A. I mean, honestly, I don't think if you faced Pierce again, I don't think you would beat Pierce. You know, it's nothing against Applin. You guys got up that game against Pierce. Y'all did what y'all supposed to do. But I can count at least 4 teams in 2A that I think are a better team than Applin. Anything can happen. I don't know what kind of run y'all can make through the playoffs, but just me personally, I don't think you are suited to win 2A this year.
Yeah, I can ride with that. I can ride with that assessment. The only way I see them winning 2A is with exceptional quarterback play.
Yeah, your quarterback has to be spot on like he was in that Pierce County game.
Yep. And that's week in and week out for 5 weeks straight.
Week in, week out.
So that's what they're going to come down to on that.
Yep. But again, I say I don't think you beat Pierce again. Be trouble. I think Cook would give them trouble. You know, it's a couple of 2A teams that I think will give Applin. Thompson will give them problems. So,
yeah, there's some teams that's gonna match up well. You know, we already know. If I expect Applin to make it to the quarterfinals for sure. depending upon who they play in the quarterfinals, depends on if they can get to the semifinals. Because we already know the deeper you get, the harder the games get. But outside of that, it's how do you match up? Give your team an honest assessment. How do you match up against a team that you're supposed to be playing against? Because at the
That's
end of the
all
day,
that
that's what it's
matters.
gonna come down to.
Exactly. And bro, you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
And the one thing that you said that I have to agree with is give yourself an honest assessment. You know, you can sit here all day and say, "Oh yeah, we world beaters," but be real with yourself. You know what your team has been doing all year. You know what they got to stack up against in that classification. So you should be able to answer that question for yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I know what City Grove weak at. Everybody knows City Grove weak on punts. but outside of that, I know the other weak spot. But I'm not gonna sit up here and lay it out there for you.
Okay, so now I got to go back and watch all the Cedar Grove games so I can find this weak spot.
So you know, the thing is, we know it. We know what we need to work on. We get on next week and the week after that. For the next 2 weeks, we know what we need to work on against Carver and Bremen
So,
because we can't have ourselves exposed like that going into the third round.
so when you play Carver next week,
Hmm
You got Carver this week, or you off
We off this Friday. We play them next Friday.
next Friday? Okay, and
Yeah, because
then going into the first round.
all the Region 5 is off this week, and everybody play next week, and then we roll into the playoffs. Even Doug going into the playoffs at 3-7. That's
So
crazy.
Sandy Creek got to play Doug.
Yeah, Santa Creek playing Doug, and they gonna blow them out too. Dude, check this out. There is one particular region in, I think it's D1, only got 3 teams.
Wow.
So I'm curious at what GSA gonna do to fill that slot in the first round.
And
They
that
gonna,
large.
yeah, it gotta be. It gotta be an at-large bid because you just
Yeah,
can't give a team a first round bye. You just
yeah,
can't give nobody a first round bye like that. Because I was looking at it, I'm like, hold on,
yeah.
man, that's crazy.
Now, real quick, you said what you don't remember what classification
I'm
it
gonna tell
is?
you in a second. I'm gonna tell you in a second. Once I get the file to come up. Uh, dude, really? Yeah, it's Region
Whoa! I
7.
think
Region
about
7.
something.
Region 7 and D2.
Okay, but here's the thing. Whoever play that fourth team, Mike,
You think they're gonna get a
because
bye?
I remember if I remember correctly, and I'll fact check
They
myself
did it
before we get
last
off
year with
air,
Valdosta.
and I
They
can
did it. They
bring
did
it
it
to
with
you.
Valdosta.
Valdosta. When
Oh,
Valdosta couldn't make the
dude.
playoffs,
Yeah.
yep. When Valdosta couldn't make the playoffs, whoever had that seed to play just got that first round bye, and
Lincoln
that's
County.
crazy.
Lincoln County lucked out. Lincoln County lucked out and got a first round bye.
And that's crazy
Yeah, it is.
because
Anyway.
I'm pretty sure you got capable teams that's playing in a region that should be able to accept that playoff berth instead of just giving that team that bye.
Oh, for sure. But like I say, that's GSA for you though.
Yeah.
That's just GSA for you. But it's yeah. So it's gonna Lincoln County lucked out and got a bye this year in the first round. That's all I can say on that one. Okay, there we go. Stop that. And there. Do that there. Let me see. Uh,
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
Yeah. Chicken in one time for your mind. Stay tuned for your Friday Night Lights every Monday, Wednesday night.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
Well. Looks like the Wizards back for another week.
We got the Wizard in.
To get ready to do his thing.
Big up on your season. You've been having some great picks.
Man, all I'm saying is last week, them lower classification schools, that single A and 2A killed me last week. Killed me. But that's what you get when you get region play, though. When you get good region play, that's what you get. You get some upsets around the way.
Get some upsets.
So I ain't going to be mad about it. But looking forward to this weekend. We got some good games coming up. We're going to go ahead and get started off in single A D2. We got number one Bowden is off this weekend. Got number 2 Clinch at D1, number 6 Carlson. I expect Clinch to win that one. We got number 3 Johnson County should handle business against Twigs. Number 4 Early against Irvin. I got Irvin taking this one 28-13 at a minimum. We got Sly against Mary. They should handle business. Once again, Carrollton at Clinch. I expect Clinch to win this one. McIntosh County Academy at Porter. They should handle business. Manchester plays Thursday against Central Talbot. Should handle business. Emmanuel County Institute should beat Jenkins, and Lincoln should hold on and hold off Warren County. All right, no feedback. All right, we're going to keep it moving then. Taking a look at single A D1. Prince Ave should definitely handle business against Jasper. Swainsboro should handle business against Blakely County. Raven County should handle Commerce. Already spoke on Irwin County beating Early. Brooks should handle Bacon with no problem. Number 6 Darlington is off. We got number 7 Elbert County should handle Athens Christian. Number 8 St. Francis should handle Mount Pisgah. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but yeah, they should handle them. Number 9 Meadow is off, and number 10 Whitefield Academy should handle Mount Vernon. 2A. This what things are getting interesting. I got Fitzgerald over Cook. South Atlanta, who's playing Saturday, should handle Washington. Appleton County, I got them beating Tatnall. Thompson should handle Glen Hills. Callaway should Ed McNair's fanfare that they got going on with 4 wins this year. 26, 0-26 over the past 3 years. Man. And won 4 games this year. I'm proud of McNair, though. Everything McNair's done, I'm proud of it. Got number 6 Pierce County should handle Vidalia. Rockmart should handle Fannin County. Worth County should handle Sumter. Elsa should definitely handle Towers. I'm surprised Towers even playing that game. They need to go and forfeit that one. And I got number 10 Cook once again losing to Fitzgerald.
Well, I think we know where I stand on that game. I know what Fitzgerald has done and capable of doing, but it's just something in my spirit. Even after the loss last week from Cook, I think Cook gonna pull the upset off on Fitzgerald.
All Fitzgerald got to do is put up 28 points, and it's a ball game. That's all I'm saying. Put up 28 points, it's a ball game.
That's definitely what they've been showing throughout the year.
So, all right, 3A. See, like I said, all the Region 5 is off. So number 1, number 3, and number 14 are off this week. Cavalry Day should handle Long County with no problem. I got Peach County handling Pike County easily this weekend. Thomasville, You should beat Chris, but I do see a close game. Stevens County. This one, Stevens County at Oconee. Now, the issue with this one is you got Oconee trying to maintain and not lose a 4th spot in the region right now. So that's what they're pretty much playing for. A 4th spot in the region. So I'm looking for Stevens to solidify Oconee to come into the playoffs as a 4th seed. So Stevens, I need for you to handle business. I need for Stevens to handle business right now. So Stevens, you're sitting in the region at 4-0. Everybody else behind you is 2-1. I need for you to put Oconee either in that number 3 or that number 4 seat in that region. And handle it. Right behind you, Oconee has Franklin County, so we know they're gonna have an easy win. So handle your business, Stevens. After Stevens, after that game, we got Doherty playing tomorrow night against Carver Columbus. I expect Doherty to handle business despite the game being at Carver Columbus. If you stick to who you are, starting off slow, you're definitely gonna lose this game. But I'm giving you a chance. It's a 1-touchdown game. I'm giving the edge to Doherty by a touchdown. It's on you to start off fast. I already spoke and said how I felt about Oconee. Spoke and said how I felt about Carver Columbus against Doherty.
Okay, real quick, Mr. Wizard, I see that you have Thomasville pulling it out against Chris. I don't think, which I know your scores are not, you think it's going to be a close game, but I really don't see that being a close game. Maybe if it was in Cordele, but the fact that this game is in Thomasville, I think Thomasville, after locking down the region, will make a statement to go into the playoffs. I really see them winning big this Friday against Chris County.
Here's my thing with this game. I hope they do. Go, end the season on a high note. Take next week off, get healthy, and come in ready to play ball November 11th. I do expect if Thomasville goes up big, I expect them to pull their starters, bring in the young kids, let them get some plays, and Chris County gonna get some cheap touchdowns. So I'm not saying I don't expect the score to be 22-19. I expect the score to be somewhat close because of what goes on in the second half. Starters coming out for Thomasville, Chris County, i.e., might end up keeping their starters in to build up some momentum and to build up some what's the word I'm looking for? Motivation, spirit, uplift their spirit, get them going in the right direction, making them feel good, that type of stuff, despite a loss. So that's my only thing with that one. All right, Region 4. For the most part, overall, I expect everybody in 4A to handle business this week in the top 10. I don't expect anybody in the top 10 to have a close game and or lose.
Number 3, Perry, hosting Spalding. That game will determine the region champs, and I think it will be a closer game than what we think. Perry has a very explosive offense and a stellar defense, but Spalding upset them last year, and I think they're capable of doing it this year. Like I said, I don't think it will happen. I'm pulling for Perry in that, but I just know Spalding has the capability of upsetting Perry.
I don't see it happening at Perry, but I'm with you though. Anything can happen. Now, side note, yes, as of right now, as we're doing this podcast, Burke County and New Hampstead is getting ready to kick off in about 4 minutes. Just to put that out there, if there's some fans that want to see some 4A football, you got some 4A football that's about to kick off in about 4 minutes. If they haven't already kicked off. 5A. For the most part in 5A, the only question mark right now for me in 5A is the Jefferson County versus Warner Robins game.
Jones.
Go ahead.
Warner Robins has Jones.
Yeah, Jones County this weekend. Now we know how that region is. That region right now is crazy. That region, anybody could grab number one in that region right now. Between this week and next week, everybody got to win out. And if everybody wins out, you pretty much got what, a 3-4-way tie for first, a 4-way tie for first place, or the 3-way tie. Hold on, I can't hear you, yo. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, it can be. Right now there's a 4-way tie for first place. Dutchtown, Jones County, Ola, Warner Robinson, all sitting 3-1 in the region.
And there's some crazy tiebreaker scenarios in there because again, Dutchtown beat Warner Robins. Jones beat. Yeah, Dutchtown beat Warner Robins. Dutchtown beat Warner Robins.
Ola beat
Jones. Jones beat Dutchtown. Like, it's crazy right now. If Warner Robins beat Jones and give them their second loss, they're going to pretty much get them out of there. If Dutchtown beat Ola, that's going to pretty much get them out of there. But if Jones beat Warner Robins, you can pretty much hand Jones the region.
Yeah. Now, Jones plays Warner Robins this weekend, then they come back against Union Grove. So they definitely going to win against Union Grove.
Yes.
You got Dutchtown. Dutchtown is playing Eagles Landing. That should be a win. They're playing Ola. That's a key game.
Yes.
I expect them to beat Ola. All right. You got Ola. Like I say, they're playing Locust Grove. I expect them to win that game. Dutchtown, I expect them to lose. So, and then Warner Robins, you got playing Jones County this weekend, and then comes back and close the season out against Locust Grove. Ola, I expect to take the 4th seed. Now that 1 seed, 1, 2, and 3, all depends on this weekend. It all depends on this weekend because the winner between Jones and Warner Robins, the loser is more than likely going to take 3rd place.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And that's the thing that I was saying, bro. You're absolutely right about everything you're hitting on, except if Jones beat Warner Robins.
If Jones beats Warner Robins, Jones can take 1st. You got Dutchtown 2nd, Warner Robins 3rd.
Warner Robins 3rd. Yeah. Yeah.
So that region is crazy. It can go any way. It can go in any direction. It all depends upon this game on Friday. But with that being said, I am picking Warner Robins to win the game. Despite them playing at Jones County, I'm picking Warner Robins. If you think I'm wrong, then by all means, head to the page, head over to the group, and do your picking and beat me for the week. All right, and obviously Calhoun gonna handle business against Cam. 6A. Outside of Thomas County Central and Lee County, I expect everybody else to handle business. Now, let's talk about Thomasville, Lee County. I got Thomas County Central. I said Thomasville, didn't I? I'm sorry. I got Thomas County Central to beat Lee County. And this is why. When you actually take a look at Lee County's schedule, Lee County ain't playing nobody. Lee County has not played anybody that can make you feel good about them. They beat Warner Robins. Okay, lower class 5 school. Beat Hateville Charter. Okay, Lithia Springs. Okay, you finally played somebody in Colquitt County and you got blowed out. You played Lake Gibson out of Florida. We already know them Florida teams coming up here. Sorry, you blew them out. Houston County. You should. That's what you're supposed to do. Veterans, that's what you're supposed to do. You played Northside. You got caught slipping against Northside. The one team you played, Colquitt County, you got destroyed by 21 points. And you expect us to believe that a Thomas County Central team has went out and beat everybody in front of them. Now, granted, Thomas County Central hasn't played the greatest schedule either. Yes, they played their normal rivals, Cairo, Thomasville, and Bank, and handled business. All lower class schools. Okay, it is what it is. And then they played two teams out of Florida and handled business. But when you compare common opponents, i.e. your region, they're dominating right now against the same opponents that you played. Houston County, 42-21. Veteran, 48-21. Tiff County, 42-7. But you haven't played Tiff yet, but still. No. I like Thomas County Central. They play better competition, in my opinion, than Lee County because Warner Robinson is not the Warner Robinson we expect the Warner Robinson to be. So I'm not counting that game. And when you did step up and play a Colquitt County, you got blew out by 21. I don't think Lee County is what everybody's hyping them up to be. And then especially taking that loss last week, we understand that loss last week. It was hard coaching and hard players. Because the player should have made sure they secured the ball with that in that situation. But the coach never should have called that play. Put faith in your special teams, punt the ball away, and let the clock run out.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff.
All right. Let me go on and wrap up 7A real fast. 7A, yeah. The only team I expect the 7A to lose in the top 10 is 7A is Valdosta. I expect Colquitt County to double up on Valdosta and beat Valdosta. I expect Milton to have a close game against Denmark. But I expect Milton to pull it out in a key region matchup. With that being said, on 7A, for the Pick'ems, these are the games that's on the Pick'ems this week. From single A D2 all the way down to 7A. And then the tiebreaker this week is how many points will Creekside score against Tri-City. So with that being said, if you feel you can beat the Wizards, go in and fill out your Pick'ems for week 11, and let's see what you got.
That's very interesting.
I guess he stepped away. He had connection issues.
Yeah.
Ain't don't nobody trust Cal Preps around here, Sean. We don't use Cal Preps. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm thinking Max Prep. Yeah, Cal Prep's a whole lot better than Max Prep. That's for sure. But nah, we got our own system. See, you've been gone for a while.
He said Lee was beating Hoko 36-7 at halftime. And Tomahawk Central was tied with Hoko 21 at half.
Like I say, it's gonna play itself out on Friday. We're gonna see how it goes. Even though now they are playing for even if let me make sure I got this right before I say this. You got Thomas County Central sitting at 3-0 in the league. You got Lee County sitting 2-1. If Lee County does win, you got a three-way tie for first, which is gonna make everything come down to the last week of the season and possible tiebreaker. So that region there is interesting. And then you got Hoko who can make the playoffs, go into the playoffs at at 3-2, 2-3 in the region. So it's a lot of regions right now throughout the whole state that's interesting. That's crazy. So let's just see how things play out over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So with that being said, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and get the crowd riled up. We're gonna go ahead and get the crowd riled up with some stuff. So let me see. Let me share this screen. So everybody got their little panties in a bunch over yesterday when this post came out showing the bracket as they stand today. These are not projections. These are not predictions. It's just how the brackets stand today based on current region standings. And it's strictly entertainment purposes. So keep that in mind while we go through this. And look at this. Now, with that being said, I would love feedback from the listeners right now on this bracket, on these brackets that we about to go through. So by all means, I'm not going to be able to see the comments. Well, yeah, I'm going to sit here and look at the comments. No, I'm not going to look at the comments, but I'm going to look at the bracket. So let me know, EP, let me know what's going on in the comments while we're going over these brackets, all right?
I got you.
All right.
I got you.
Yo, you there? You got good connection yet?
Back.
All right, man. So, starting off in Class A D2. Once again, entertainment purposes only. As of today, this is how things stand. What's interesting to me is, I'm going to do it like this. What's interesting to me is down here in this bottom left bracket, Lincoln County going to mess around and get a bye into the first round. And more than likely have to play Macon County, which I think they're going to beat Macon County, make it to the quarterfinals, and end up playing clinch. That's how I see it. From there, I expect Clinch to move on, because I do expect to see Clinch in the state title game. All right, with that being said, moving over to the other side of the bracket, bottom right. I'm expecting Sly to live up to the hype that they've had all year and make it to the quarterfinals out of their bracket. And I expect Wilcox County to live up to their hype and make it to the quarterfinals. Between the two, I expect to see Sly. And then when we move up top, top left, Bowden and Early County in the semifinals is going to be an interesting game. McIntosh County against, right now, it's hard to pick somebody out this bottom right. I mean, out the bottom part of the top right bracket. But if I had to go with somebody today, I'm going with Johnson County. All right, so no comments on that. All right, cool. I'll move on to the next bracket. Looking at the next bracket, we had single A D1. So everybody in the state expects to see Irvin in the semifinals to come out of that top left. We all expect Princess Ave and Brooks to go at it in the semifinals. Have your fun on picking that one for the time being. On the bottom side of the bracket, we all expecting Swainsboro to beat Raven and make it to the semifinals. And I'm going to stick with that. Bottom right. Wide open. Flip a coin on that bottom right.
What do you think about Blakely County?
I mean, they played a quality. I ain't gonna say. Yeah, they played a decent non-region schedule to put them in position, but their region play. I understand their region play because you got Swainsboro in that region, and then they also had Dublin in that region. So those two, I could see them making it to the semifinals out of that bottom region. I can. So I do expect to see Bleckley County and Mount Pisgah in the quarterfinals. Will Berkeley County get the edge on the road and make it to the semifinals this question? But like I say, that's just what we see right now, because all this is gonna change on Friday. All right, take a look at where we at 2A.
Hold on real quick. Sean say Swainsboro over Rayburn. That won't age well.
You don't think so? Okay. I mean, hey, ain't no Gunner Stockton down there now. Rayburn ain't got no Gunner Stockton. But I tell you what, though, we know that's going to be the matchup in the quarterfinals, and it's going to be a good matchup.
He said, go ahead. He said, go ahead.
I just think Swainsboro going to edge that one out, though.
And he said, I think Lamar would bludgeon Blakely.
He's saying he doesn't. He's saying he does or does not like Blakely.
He said, I think Lamar would bludgeon Blakely.
You think so, Lamar County? I mean, this whole division, man, it's been crazy all year. This whole class, D1 class, has been crazy all year. But like I say, all this, a lot of this stuff is gonna change. These 2, 3, and 4 teams are gonna change. So nothing standard right now. We're just looking at what we're looking at right now. So
he say, I've seen Raven twice this year. They are just as good as last year. They would be in the top 5 team in 3A.
Okay. That's values right there when you consider City Grove, Santa Cruz, Calvary Day. Okay, I'll give you that top 5. I'll give you top 5 in 3A. They'll be sitting at number 4. I mean at number 5. I'll give you that. Okay. All right, 2A. This is where things get real interesting at. Everybody expects to see Fitzgerald in the state championship out the top left. Hands down, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Bottom left. I don't expect Spencer to stay down there as that Region 2 Team 1. I really don't. But that's where they sit at right now. So who wins between Spencer and Pierce? We're gonna say Pierce, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who we gonna expect to see to come out that top part of that region, out of that quadrant? More than likely Alpha. So you got Pierce versus Alpha. I think that's where the buck stops right there.
Read the comment on the screen real quick.
Some teams did travel in single A this year, though. Some teams traveled, not all, but a few. A few traveled early when it didn't count. So, but a lot of them only went up to, if I'm not mistaken, 2A at the most, with the exception of, no, I'm thinking of somebody. I'm thinking of Calvary Day. Yeah, a lot of them went as high as 2A and left it at that, and then came back home. So I'm riding with you on that one. Let me see where we at. Where we at? 2A, right? Bottom left since we're down here. Thompson, South Atlanta going to be a good quarterfinal game. I haven't really kept eyes on Thompson this year. I've seen South Atlanta play. Thompson dropping down from 3A, South Atlanta. It's going to be a good quarterfinal there. So, in my opinion, coin toss on who's going to make it to the semifinal.
You don't think Northeast gonna stick in it?
I really don't think Northeast is going to sit there at the 3 spot as a 3 seed. I really don't.
Okay.
I don't, and that's my thing. I don't think Northeast going. I think Northeast is going to swap with more than likely swap with Spencer. All right, top right. Whoever got to deal with Callaway, I pray for you. That's all I'm gonna say. Whoever got to deal with Callaway, I pray for you. With that being said, I do not expect Cook to stay where they're at. Also, as a 3 seed, I expect Cook to drop down here to this bottom left bracket as the 2 seed out of Region 1.
Wow. Wonder what happened. Wonder what happened with the Wizard. About to take a commercial break. Take a commercial break.
Tune in.
Yo, checking in one time for your mind.
Every
Stay
Monday,
tuned for your Friday
Wednesday,
night lights.
Friday
Monday,
night.
Wednesday night.
Come on, Wizard. What happened to you? Do anybody want to come on until the Wizard come back?
Man, where I drop off at?
I don't know.
Oh,
You was in Region 2. You just vanished.
I
And then
I guess if I'm off the screen too long, I drop off. All right, so let me show. So I was on. Let's see, I done moved up to 3A. I was talking 3A. So I'm gonna say what I said again for 3A. Thomasville, Carver, Atlanta, in the semifinal, in the quarterfinals up here. Calvary, Day, Cedar Grove right here.
because Sean was talking about, he had put a comment about 2A before you went out. So I guess you went to 3A because he said Elka or Pierce will win. Will beat.
don't know about that Elka Pierce winner beating Fitzgerald, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see how that one does. I mean, that's all the quarterfinals gonna be good games regardless. Let me see where I was at. That's 2A. Let me go back 3A. Down here in this bottom left, yeah, I expected Sandy Creek to beat Peach in the quarterfinals, and Sandy Creek make it to the semi. And then bottom right, I'm expecting a Coney to handle business and beat the Daresville, go to the quarterfinals, and beat Doherty in Doherty, and I expect to see them in the quarterfinals. And that's just off of eye test. To me, Oconee is just better sound fundamentally than Doherty is. That's why I expect them to make it out of that. If it stands as it stands. Because I expect Doherty to be the 2-10. It just matter how things unfold in Region 8 and where Coney falls in Region 8. That's the biggest thing with that bracket down there. 4A, man, 4A is so hard to call right now because it's so wide open. I mean, top left, Cedartown to the semifinals. We know that. Everybody can feel that. Bottom left, everybody expects Perry to be in the semifinals. Bottom right, as of right now, I'm riding with Troops. And then when you get to the top right, you got to go with Benedictine. That's your semifinal. How's that going to fare out? Flip a coin on both sides. Where we at? 5A. Man, 5. Cartersville, Ware County is going to be a good game in the quarterfinals. That's going to be a good game. Top right, Jones County, Creekside. That one's just hard to call. I haven't seen Creekside play, but I do expect Creekside to meet Jones County in the quarterfinals. Bottom right is Calhoun should take out Bainbridge. And if this portion right here stays to fit, you gotta expect Coffee to make it to the quarterfinals to play Calhoun. And it just depends on the coin flip on who's gonna travel. Bottom left, as of right now, I'm going the way it looks. I'm going Dutchtown, Jefferson in the semifinals. I mean in the quarterfinals. Jefferson making it to the semifinals to play Jefferson in the semifinals to play Cartersville. On that side of the bracket. The other side, it's hard for me to tell. It's hard to call a semifinalist team right now in 5A on the other side of the bracket. 6A. At the end of the day, in 6A, it all comes down to one team, and that's Hughes. It's Hughes against anybody you want to pick off the left side. I don't care how you want to spin it. You can think Lee County's going to beat Hughes. Okay, put your money where your mouth is. It's 6A versus Hughes. Pick anybody you want off this left side of the bracket to play Hughes in the championship.
They're gonna be tough there.
Where we at? 7A. Out of this portion of the bracket, Colquitt County goes to the semifinals. Out of this portion of the bracket, we already know Buford is going to the quarterfinals. The bottom right is, I'm gonna be honest, this bottom right is up for grabs. But I expect Grayson to come out of that and make it to the semifinal. Top right. Once again, it looks nice, but expect Mill Creek to come out and go to the quarterfinals. So yes, what I'm saying is you're gonna have 3 schools from Gwinnett battling for a state title in 7A. You're gonna have more than likely it's a toss up between Mill Creek and Grayson because they're both pretty much evenly talented, matched up. But I expect Buford to handle business against Colquitt. It all depends. At the end of the day, it's going to depend on the coin flip, but I expect Buford to handle that. So who's Buford playing? I'm gonna roll my dice and say Mill Creek. It's gonna be a Gwinnett County State.
So you saying that'll be in AAA and 7A?
And 3A?
Yeah, AAA and 7A gonna be Atlanta schools.
Honestly, I expect Sandy Creek and City Grove to play for the state title. When you look at all teams in 3A, and you actually put eyes on every team in 3A, that can, all 32 teams going into the playoffs in 3A. I think you'll agree, City Grove and Sandy Creek.
Okay.
I wish Joe was on because I know he got some good input to put in on this one.
Yeah, he might win in a bad area.
Yeah, it's cool. So give me a good hold on before you hit that button. Now I was gonna ask you to give me something. But give me a quick chronic break so I can go on and switch over.
All right.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
Yo, checking in one time for your mind. Stay tuned for your Friday Night Lights every Monday and Wednesday night.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
I have to go see a man about a meal.
And you better not lose.
We're back. Welcome back to Thursday Islands.
Well, I tell you, everything just messing up tonight, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, everything messing up tonight. There we go.
Yeah.
It do. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this weekend. 'Cause, man, everything gonna start to fall into place. A few scenarios gonna drop off the books for us. You know, we're gonna start having a clearer picture. But November 4th, all the dust is gonna be settled November 4th for sure.
Yeah.
So everybody all got the panties in a bunch.
They were hot yesterday.
And that's what we want. We want conversation. You know, we want input.
Yeah.
You know, just don't get mad if your team fall where we said they're gonna fall at.
Yeah.
Because they failed to win a key region matchup.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. But with that being said, what we got? Been going for a good hour, EP?
Almost.
Yeah, it's about time for me to go and settle down and get some vittles in me.
I don't think. Yeah, we had an hour now.
All right, so, but before we get off, I need this receipt, so I'm going to ask for your permission. Can we have Thursday's thirst trap tomorrow night? After the Doherty Columbus game, Carver Columbus game?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. So, we're going to see how, I ain't going to even watch Facebook. I ain't going to even watch the Facebook stream tomorrow. I ain't going to talk about them like that. That's in the past.
Definitely give us a chance to watch it though. That's the issue.
I know, right? If he don't kick us off or suspend us, block us. But I'm glad to see Chris. I'm glad to see Cordelia Georgia being vocal again.
Yeah.
Back, being vocal in the group, saying something. You know, Cordelia, don't be afraid to be more vocal. Oh, now you want to come back? Yep, on Lego Hater.
Man, I just finally got in the house and settled, man.
I mean, I ain't finna pull them brackets back up.
Sure ain't I missed it.
I ain't even finna pull them brackets back up. All I'm saying is in 5A, it's 5A versus Hughes. I'm sorry, 6A. 6A
Agreed.
is 6A versus Hughes.
Agreed.
That 7A, the Final Four, Colquitt County, Beaufort, Mill Creek, and Grayson. I expect Grayson to lose by a field goal because they ain't got no kicker to Mill Creek. So, in my opinion, I think it's gonna be a Gwinnett County state championship game in 7A between Beaufort and Mill Creek.
I don't know, man. I told you I like Colquitt to play for the championship in 7A, and I like Carrollton to make a surprise this year and end up in the Final Four.
Ooh. Well, hold on. Let me go to my backpack on that one. Hold on. Let me go to my backpack. Now, I'm trying to, let me pull this out of my backpack. All right, got my hand in it. Backpack. What? You just tripped me out with that one. You really just tripped me out with that one. You expect Carrollton to make a surprise in 7A, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead. Because I was just saying they're not on the side with Colquitt.
So what you telling me is you expect them. Let me see. Come on, open up. Come on, dude. Why you taking forever to load up? I'm just on you, the tablet. Why you taking so slow? Oh, I need to restart you too. So you telling me that if things stood the way they are right now, that Carrollton is gonna be Beaufort in the semis? In the quarterfinals? That's what you're saying right now.
I like Carrollton to be a surprise Final Four team. So if that's the case, Beaufort it is.
Because they're on the same side with Colquitt County, so they'll see Colquitt County in the semifinals.
In the Final Four, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll make the Final Four.
Ooh.
Because I told you from the beginning, I like Colquitt and Mill Creek for the championship.
Now, if you would have said, I would have been. I couldn't even ride with you if you had said, Cowwheeler.
Shoot, no. Carrollton is gonna make a surprise run, man. You'll see. Check my receipts on it.
Here's my question for you: if Westlake has to go back down to, if things play the way they play, right? Westlake lost to who? Lowndes? Was it Lowndes they lost to?
Yeah.
Now if things stay the way they stay, they got to go back down there and play Valdosta.
Well, that'll be 2 long rides to South Georgia with an exit.
But that's a good matchup. That, in my mind,
I think it is too. I think it's Westlake defense versus Valdosta's defense, because I don't think any one of them really been doing much on offense this year.
And that's the thing that surprised me with the quarterback that Westlake got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would figure that they would be. You mean to tell me Westlake is, based off the region, okay, yeah, I can understand and see why with the play they've been, with how they've been playing, why they taking a 3 seed in their region. Because you talking about coming in behind Carrollton at 1, and then you got East Coweta at 2. Westlake, and then Pebblebrook. If things stay the way they are, that's how the region is right now.
Yeah.
But
You thought Pebblebrook really? I got to say East Coweta is the surprise in that. I think East Coweta at 2 is a bigger surprise than Westlake not being at 2.
That's why I expect East Coweta. If things stayed the way they are today, East Coweta will play Camden County in round 1.
Oh yeah, that's an upset.
And then they will go and play Marietta in round 2.
Their season might end right there.
But that's gonna be a good game though. That's a good game to watch. That'll be a good game to watch. That'll be a good game to watch. All right. So I know you got. You can pull up the brackets if you want to and talk with me on it because I'm going back down to 6A. Like I said, I don't care what nobody say. It's Hughes versus 6A.
Yeah.
6A, give me your best competition against Hughes in the state title game. Who is it going to be? Looking at the left side, pick one between Gainesville and Thomas County Central.
Neither. But if I had to pick one, oh man, the Red Elephant. I got a cousin. I saw him actually post on somebody's comment named Justin Miller, who's from Gainesville. I saw him saying something about Gainesville this year. I'm not sold on Gainesville, especially going up to 6A right now. I think TCC is going to be a better chance for Hughes than Gainesville.
Okay.
I mean, Thomas County Central got athletes on the field. One of the top wide receivers in the state, quarterback pretty good. Not sure if the running back is still there that came over from Thomasville, but I can tell you I saw him in the spring. The kid is the truth. So I like Thomas County Central, which I like them this weekend over Lee.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what I'm saying. Hughes versus who? Pick one.
Right.
Pick one.
I mean, maybe Hughes don't let it come down to a field goal. They just go and handle business.
Yeah.
Like you're absolutely right. I have no argument with that. Hughes and shit, just flip a coin. Whoever want to get in the ring with them.
So 5A, like I said, 5A, you got some good competition going on in 5A. I see Cartersville making it out between Cartersville and Ware making it out of. I think Cartersville is gonna take it, but once again, it's gonna depend on the coin flip. When you get down to the bottom left, i.e., like I said, we're talking about the way things are staged right now before Friday. I expect Jefferson to make their way through that bottom left because they're going to open up against Cass, and then they're going to play the winner of Lithia Springs and Great Atlanta Christian. So Jefferson, I see you in the quarterfinals, more than likely playing Dutchtown.
Okay.
All right, with that being said, it all depends on the coin flip where that game going to be played at.
Yeah.
And I expect Jefferson with a 5-star back and actually playing the season for something, I can see them going to the semifinals and beating Dutchtown.
Okay.
All right. Bottom right, you got Calhoun down there. I expect Calhoun to handle business and make it to the Final Four.
Okay.
Because you got Cambridge, Mays, Calhoun, Clark Central, Chamblee, Harris County, Coffee, and Ola.
If things stay the way they do in that bracket, you better watch Coffee.
And I'm with you on that. Calhoun, Coffee in the semifinals. But guess what? Depending on the coin flip, is going to be dependent upon where that game is played because they both going to be a 2 seed going in.
Okay, and I respect that. Now, in 5A, I've already picked Ware to win that championship. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Calhoun actually went down to Ware last year and beat them in the swamp.
Oh, okay.
So we know Calhoun is capable of going on the road and winning in tough environments.
So now, i.e., they did have a stud in Cole Spear, who is at Georgia right now playing wide receiver. They did have a lot of kids returning. I know they had a healthy running back and another wide receiver that was pretty decent that should be back this year if they hadn't transferred, But I like Calhoun to make their push, but I don't think our team is ready for Ware this year. I think Ware win the championship.
So you think Ware is going to beat Cartersville?
Yeah.
Because they're in the same quadrant with Cartersville this year.
Yeah. I like Ware over Cartersville.
All right. And then top right, the 8 teams up there is Statesboro, Jones County, Tucker, Northside Columbus, Dalton, Loganville, Centennial, and Creekside. I got Jones County going to the Final Four out of that.
No.
Oh, you think Creekside gonna run it?
Creekside or Northside Columbus? Because I didn't know Northside Columbus was who they are this year, so I had to go and look them up.
Yeah.
They playing some good ball at Northside Columbus this year. That quad there will come out being either Creekside or Northside Columbus.
Well, the way it stands right now, if things stay as they are, you got Northside against Jones in the second round. But like I say, everything's dependent upon Friday.
Yeah, true.
Because it could easily be Dutchtown to play Northside. It could easily be Warner Robins.
Yeah.
To play Northside Columbus.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how it plays out in that region over the weekend.
Well, I'll say this: that second round, no matter who come out of that region, Warner Robins, Dutchtown, or Jones, I think Northside Columbus beat them.
Okay. All right. So who you like between Northside Columbus and Creekside? You like Creekside?
That's the thing. It's that's one of those games where, like the Wizards say, it's a toss-up, can go either way.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Because Creekside playing good ball. Creekside playing good ball, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go to. All right, we're gonna run through Region 4 real fast. Class 4A, shall I say? All right. So the way things stand right now, top left, you got Lovett, Holy Innocent, Cedar Shoals, Cedar Town, and I'm gonna stop right there.
Right there, because nothing else need to be said after that one.
Cedar Town in the championship game in 4A in that quadrant.
Well,
I mean,
oh yeah. I say Cedar Town in the semis. In the quarters.
All right, so in the quarters, they're gonna either play Wayne County, Trinity Christian out of Sharpsburg, Baldwin, or Cairo.
Okay, so now they're in the semis.
Thank you. Now in the semis, they're gonna either play 8 teams on that. Okay, Perry. Yeah. Moving on to the right side.
Perry. You got because hold on. If they ain't staying as they are, Perry get North Oconee in the quarters, correct?
Yes. So so that's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be a good game. I.e. coin flip. You're looking at Perry or North Oconee playing Cedar Town.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah.
Top right. You got Shaw, Spalding, Stars Mill, Benedictine, and I'm gonna stop right there.
Right there. Because after Benedictine, it don't matter.
Yeah. Stockbridge, I know you're having fun this year, but I don't see you beating Benedictine, regardless of where you're playing them at.
Yes,
so
sir.
Benedictine to the semifinal. All right. Bottom right. Griffin, Bainbridge, Burke County, Troop, and I don't even really want to keep going because then all I'm going to say is Madison County, Heritage, Ringgold, Hampton, and Stevenson.
Wow.
Honestly, I think
that might be the most caked up bracket I've seen in a long time.
For Troop.
Yeah. Troop should dance their way right into the semis.
All right. But I expect Cedar Town to handle business and win that class, though.
Yeah, if Cedar Town don't hoist the trophy at the end of the year, something going on.
All right. Do we really need to talk about 3A?
Yeah.
Okay. Top left. Carver, Columbus.
Thomasville.
Okay. Thomasville in the semi. Cause that means Carver Atlanta came down there to them and lost. All right.
Yes.
All right. Bottom left. Ringo. You saying Peach?
Because I think Peach getting Sandy Creek in their house, if they handle their business. Now, this is why I wanted to talk about this, because I'm a Peach County fan.
Okay.
If Peach County play football, I've been telling y'all all year with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde team, we can come out there and won't get out the first round against Chris County. We can come out there and make Chris County look like they shouldn't even been on the field with us. It all depends on what these kids show up. Okay, a lot of things been going on in this program where we're kind of getting everything together, i.e. the run we made last year, making it to the quarterfinals, going and beating the number one team in the state at that time, being Monroe area. It's shaping up like that right now at the practices on the sideline with the coaching staff. With that being said, taking care of Chris County first round,
and
getting
then playing
Savannah Cavalry.
Savannah Christian. Yeah, Savannah Christian.
Getting Savannah Christian at our place, I think we handle business.
All right.
Sandy Creek would definitely take care of any one seed in Region 8.
Stevens County.
Which will bring Sandy Creek to Fort Valley, Georgia. And I think we have enough to get them to be facing Thomasville in the semi.
Okay. Just my opinion on this one. From putting live eye test on Sandy Creek and putting a video eye test on Peach. All right, this is what I'm going off of. So work with me on what I'm about to say. Okay. Speed for speed, and the offense that Sandy Creek is running. Your young DBs will be in trouble down in Peach County. It's going to cause mass confusion in your secondary. Watching live eye test, looking at Peach County is in trouble in that game.
Okay.
I see Sandy Creek. I see, and the quarterback play from Sandy Creek, along with the running game that Sandy Creek has, it can be a problem because you can't defend. It's not just one receiver on Sandy Creek. You can't defend number 6. You defend number 6, then they're gonna go to number 11. You cover number 11, they're gonna go to number 6 on Sandy Creek but they're gonna spread you for a wide. At a minimum, they're gonna spread you for a wide. But you got to find those two receivers right off the rip. And if you find those two receivers, that freshman running back they got, the younger brother of the quarterback, that kid's a beast. That kid's a beast. So it's going to be a good game, but I think Sandy Creek is going to come on the road and take that one in the Valley.
Okay.
That's just
real quick before we move on. Let me just acknowledge AJ Bo. Yeah, that's what I was saying about Northside Columbus. And again, we really feel like Troop don't have a competition down in that bottom left bracket in 4A. So yeah, we think Troop should have an easy run into the semis.
For sure.
What's going on, Robert? Okay.
All right.
Top right.
All right. Everybody expect Calvary Day City Grove to meet in the quarterfinal.
And guess what? I got to say this.
Okay.
In 3A, that may be the toughest bracket. And I'm glad. I'm glad because Calvary Day is going to run through this season. Calvary Day is going to run through the first 2 rounds. Yep. If Calvary Day is going to make a statement in 3A, it needs to be against the reigning state champion in that region, in that classification.
And I totally agree because you look at their schedule. The toughest opponent Calvary Day has played this season is Elka. That's the toughest opponent Calvary Day has played is Elka. Oh, snap. Coach supposed to come on in 9 minutes, so we got to move. So that's going to be a good game. Everybody's picking City Grove to win that game and move on to the state championship. and beating whoever comes out of that bottom right, whether it's Oconee County or Daresville or Doherty. And
Uh,
that's saying Doherty is gonna win tomorrow night.
tomorrow night. Okay.
All right, taking the 2 seed out of Region 1. All right,
Okay.
we got 9 minutes before the Coach from Calvary Day come on because he's coming on at 8:30. So,
Okay.
Region 2, top left. I'm not even going to read from the top. I'm going to read from the bottom and you tell me to stop, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fitzgerald.
Stop.
Okay, moving on. Bottom right. I'm going to read from the bottom and work my way up. You tell me to stop. Spencer. Dodge County. Pierce County.
Stop.
Okay. That's the final four right there. On the left hand side of the bracket. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna read the top. I'm gonna start at the top right. I'm gonna read from the bottom up. Now, I know you're gonna tell me to stop, but just hear me out. Callaway, Mount Perrin, Fellowship Christian, Fannin County, Appling County, Washington County, Ace Charter, Cook.
I say Cook.
Okay.
Cook
In the
and
semifinals.
Callaway is gonna probably be a matchup if it gets there. But I like Cook out of there.
And I'm with you too. Appling County, I'm sorry. Your day ends in the second round. Cook beats you. Callaway goes to the goes to the quarterfinals to play Cook. And me personally, I see Cook beating Callaway and going to the semifinals. All right. Where we at? Bottom right. God damn it. Come on, screen. Stop doing that. Bottom right. Let me see where I want to start. I'm going to start from the top. Northeast. Worth County. Bedelia. Thompson.
Stop.
Athens. Okay.
Stop.
All right. Now I expect Thompson and South Atlanta to play in the semifinals. And I expect Thompson to handle business.
Yeah.
With Thompson going to the semifinals. That's the final four.
Yeah.
Whatever, Jeremy. All right. D1.
What are you doing?
Just pick a team in D1 real fast.
PAC.
Okay. So we got PAC beating Dublin in the quarterfinals, going to the semifinals. Expecting them to play. Dog, I really want you to pick a team on this bottom right.
Go ahead.
This is fun. Bleckley County, Pelham, Bryan County, Lamar County, Commerce, Treon, Jasper County, and Mount Pig.
Man, I mean, unfortunately, you got to say Bleckley County has the easiest route. If Bleckley wouldn't have dropped the egg against Dublin, which is a rivalry game, you would have had to ride with Bleckley County regardless. But because of that, it's iffy, especially with Tryon playing good ball. But I think Bleckley come out of there.
All right. Bottom left. Let me say these teams first. I just want to say these teams. I'm gonna skip over the first bracket. I don't even care about that first bracket. Pepperell, Raven County, Temple, Screven County, Bacon County, Swainsboro. Ooh.
Man, Swainsboro Raven, good.
Ooh, in the quarterfinals. I know, right?
Man, that's one of those Wizards. Anything can happen game there. I like Swainsboro and Raven in that quarter though.
Ooh, but who would you pick though? Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave it at that, right? We're gonna let things play out because we expect both Raven County and Swainsboro to be number one teams.
Yeah.
And push forward through and meet in the quarterfinals. Like I say, we're gonna have fun with that one when around Thanksgiving weekend, we're gonna have fun with that one. All right.
For sure.
So, and then in D2, I know everybody is on Clinton County right now to handle business. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Clinch County, the whole thing's down. It's,
Not so fast, my friend. I
who you
think
gonna
Sly.
call?
I think Sly gonna dance around in there a little bit. They got a hell of a team. I think their coaching staff need to pull it together and let these kids play how they need to play. And I wouldn't be surprised if Early County don't make some kind of run also. Clinch,
Now,
hands down, seems to be the best team in Division II, but look for Sly early to kind of make some noise.
all right, here's the deal with what you just said. I expect to see Clinch early in the semifinals. All right, because that's what they'll meet in the semifinals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I expect Sly to make it to the semifinals based off of their quadrant.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, who's coming out of that top quadrant, that top right quadrant, to play Sly? You got, and I'm gonna run down how they stand right now: Mitchell County, Carlton County, Wheeler County, McIntosh County, Christian Heritage, Washington Wilkes, Greensville, Jones County. I would have to say Jones County.
Nah,
Who you going with?
I like
McIntosh?
Carlton.
You like Carlton?
Yeah,
Carlton Heritage? Carlton County?
Yeah, Charlton County. Charlton is now. Do you know who come out of Charlton?
Who?
Them Bailey boys, man. Champ, Boss, Ron, all of them boys, they come from Charlton County. Charlton County is a traditional in winning football games, man. Charlton County will come and play Sly in that semi.
Now, here's the thing, all right? Don't get me wrong. Carlton County done played a nice little region. You know, is Carlton County, is Clinch County going to take number 1 seed? Carlton going to take the 2 seed, right? And then you come back and you got Lanier County at the 3 seed and Atkinson County at the 4 seed.
Yeah.
So they're in the region competition, i.e. Clinch County is good.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I say, in that top right, let's flip a coin and see what we got.
Yes, sir.
But we're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna have fun with it though. Come December 2nd. After Thanksgiving, everybody done digested that turkey and dressing. We're gonna have fun with it.
Yes, sir. But good stuff, Riley. I think we got our special guest on tonight.
Coach, how you doing today?
What's going on?
We'll do a commercial break real quick.
Hello?
All right, take a commercial. All right, Coach, we're gonna take a commercial break and let you get yourself settled in.
And we'll be right back with you.
Tune in.
Yo, checking in one time for your mind.
Every
Stay
Monday,
tuned for your Friday
Wednesday,
night
and
lights.
Friday
Monday,
night.
Wednesday night.
All right, Coach, how we doing today?
Hey, how's it going, man? How everybody doing?
We doing good. We doing good. And yourself?
I'm doing fine. I'm out here at the our middle school championship game, kind of running over a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Big ups to the middle school, coach.
Yeah, man. They trying to do a little something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well,
Coach,
that's what you
we was just running down the brackets, Coach, and if things stands the way they are today, you got Calvary Day playing Cedar Grove in the quarterfinals this year. My thing is, Coach, Calvary Day been making noise all year, handling their business, doing what they needed to do. Cedar Grove being the reigning champion, Coach, we think if Calvary Day want to make a name for themselves, they have to go through the reigning champs. What's your take on that, Coach?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, we've been keeping our eye to the, to the GHSA world, as so to speak. We looked at Cedar Grove. I mean, we looked at Carver, Columbus, and Thomasville, and Doherty, and all those guys. But we got to take it still one game at a time. But they got a great team. They came down here a couple years ago and played Benedict T and kind of whooped up on them. I think that's when they had Hasselworth and all those guys. Coach Adams got a great program up there. So we're looking forward to the challenge. We just got to take it one game at a time. We got to close out our region on Friday. We got Long County. We secure that win. We'll win the region again. And we got Beach after that. And then we'll host the playoff game with the fourth seed from the Augusta region.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because right now we got you hosting. We're predicting you to host Richmond Academy out of that area.
Right.
Um, from the last time we talked, just want to see the players that you brought to our attention. You brought a couple of players to our attention. How are those players been doing throughout the season so far?
Yeah, they all been doing great. I mean, our kids, like, it's been a weird season for us. We had like a hurricane come through. They had one of our games get canceled, and been kind of plowing through our region. But we, like I told you, the tight end, we got Mike Smith. He just got an offer from Alabama.
Oh, wow.
Our quarterback is still doing his thing. One of our receivers got a South Carolina offer, so they're still doing their thing. I mean, to be honest with you, we're kind of trying to basically minimize what we're doing with our kids because they're not being able to play the whole game right now. So we really just trying to work on getting better because kind of they playing to halftime and it's kind of over with,
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
that's what it's hard to do that with, the new region. We're having to play at least 7 games and only having 3 out of region games. Game with Elka kind of got cut short in the fourth quarter because of lightning and stuff like that. So we just trying to get ready for this rigorous run. That's what we're trying to do.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Well,
Coach,
Coach,
I
I
hear
will
you
say,
mentioned. I'm sorry, Coach. I hear you mention your tight end, your quarterback, wide receiver. But from my following of Calvary Day, I've been impressed with this offensive lineman that you have. What's this kid's classification and any schools he's interested in or interested in him?
Yeah, I mean, just Jalen Scott. He's a kid he's very undersized, probably about 5'10" on a good day, 250-something pounds. But you talk about dog, he's a dog. He's got 10 offers from a lot of Albany State schools like that. But the people that take a chance on this guy, Coach, you know what I mean? I mean, he's a guy that can go play for Cedar Grove, go play for Peach County. I mean, he's just a dog.
Yes, sir.
He's a senior. He's a senior. And like I said, the only thing that's stopping him right now is size. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a video of him where he took a kid 30 yards down the field. Like, it was ridiculous. And just was wondering about that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Coach. I'm looking at the schedule right now. And I'm trying to be unbiased when I say this. Okay, or shall I say when I ask this question? So bear with me on this because I'm known as the Stephen A. Sharp of the panel. But how are you guys feeling about this non-region schedule you've had heading into the playoffs? Because I know you had one of your games canceled. Because you only had 2 non-region games because you had your game against Frederica Academy canceled.
Right.
So therefore, you guys had an extra week in there to prepare, to get prepared and go into region play. And let's be real, your region, we know the Savannah region is kind of soft, to put it politely. But the 2 non-region games you had against Islands and Elka, do you feel it got you guys prepared for this rigorous schedule you got coming up starting November 11th?
I mean, you can't compare those teams that we played to the teams that we're going to see in the 3A region. This is our first year in 3A. We expecting hard, challenging games. We just, at this point right now, with the way the realignment was, we couldn't get as many games. So we just got to work on us and get better each and every day. I can't put Cedar Grove in the same thing as Island or Elka. You know what I mean? We got to face that fight when we get there. So that I can't really put that and say if that's got us ready. I mean, I just know that all we can do right now is just continue to work on us, work on getting better on what we do. So when we're able to play a team, we can execute no matter if that team is a top 10 team or top 5 team. We're saying, are you doing your assignment? You know what I mean? But it's going to be a little difficult for us because guess what? That 3 technique for Cedar Grove is going to be way better than 3 techniques at Islands. And that's just what it is that we prepare them that.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Coach. Just don't get me wrong. I am a Cedar Grove fan, but this is not about Cedar Grove. It's about Calvary Day right now. And a lot of us in 3A, we still don't know who Calvary Day is because a lot of us haven't really seen you. We tune in, We don't, we can't find your games or whatever the case may be. We're looking at highlights, but in my mind, I do see if things stand the way that we expect them to stand, i.e., Carver Columbus take the 3 seed out of Region One. We expect you to play Carver Columbus in the second round, which is going to give you your first test because you got a team that dropped down from 4A to 3A to where you guys moved up.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, we're supposed to be 2A, but the way the region lined up in the travel, we decided to go 3A. We want the challenge. We accept it, and we know what's in front of us. Like I said, we're not like sitting in a blind shelter like we don't know. What Cedar Grove is doing. The guys they have, the kids, we'll prepare very well when we get there, and we'll execute our game plan and just go from there. Like we can't put the kids into something until we get there. That's kind of how it is.
Yeah,
and we feel great that a lot of people don't know about us right now. We hoping that they do take us lightly. We hoping that does happen, so we're gonna just come play ball.
Nah, nobody's taking you lightly, coach. On this panel here, yeah,
that's exactly what I was about to say.
On this panel here, we feel 3A is the best football played in the state of Georgia, from top to bottom. That's how we feel on this panel. You're in one of the best classifications to be at in the state of Georgia, 3A.
Okay.
Yeah,
because we got
with that being said, just like Thirsty just said here, Coach. I mean, we may not know what we know about other teams in 3A, coming from single A private last year into 3A now, but we are aware of what's going on down there at Calvary Day, and we commend you and the coaching staff as well as the kids. Our only thing is what we're speaking of is, you want to play with the big boys. Let's see what you do with this type competition. You know what I mean? Hey, hats off to you. If you go out and you beat Carver Columbus in the third round, if that's so how it plays out, what we're predicting, hats off to you. You play Cedar Grove in that semifinals. You play the ball that your kids are capable of playing, and you pull off the upset. Hey, our hats are off to you. But until we welcome you into this 3A family that we have going on, we need to see what Calvary Day can do.
Listen, Thirsty, you guys. And we step kids on the outside, but I would tell you this, like y'all say, like everybody say, right now it's a lot of pretenders out there in October. In November, December, that's when the contenders gonna rise and the cream gonna rise to the top.
Yes,
and,
sir.
We embracing it, man. I mean, it's a great thing for the city of Savannah because, people don't think football is highly here, but it's a reason why scouts are always at Calvary Day School. You know what I mean? Like I said, we got a lot of Division I recruits, and we need opportunity to showcase that. And
there you go.
What better way than pull up to the champs if we can get there,
Yes, sir.
And that's how we're looking at it. But we gotta work to get there. City Grove and all those guys, they already earned the right. Peach County, they got years of history. They already earned the right. We ain't earned nothing. What? If they tell us to get on 16, we get on 16 at 285 where we gotta go. And we're gonna line up in that purple and gold and black.
I love it, Coach. I love it.
You ain't lying. I like it, Coach. I like it, Coach.
But just know, Coach, we've lost a lot of the stilo, if you will, that used to be in 3A, and a lot of teams have moved down to 2A or up to 4A. I know there's a new realignment coming where the GHSA will be losing entire classification of 7A. So we got these next 2 years, but just know, Coach, we do have some seats at the table. So handle your business, and you're more than welcome to have a seat at this table in 3A amongst the Kings.
Hey, I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear that last thing you said about losing the classification.
Yes, sir. 7A, they'll be losing 7A. So we just have these last 2 years really of so much as the marquee guys that was in 3A that's no longer there. So there are a lot of seats at the table. So like I said, you have your business, Coach, and just know we welcome you with open arms to the table of Kings in 3A.
Hey, we ain't able to sit down at the table yet. We we're in the waiting room. Tell
Yes,
Thursday
sir.
and all that we're in the waiting room. I know them guys. See the girl. Hey, listen. Hey, I'm gonna be right on here ready and go sip some of my yak, and we take that 16 drive down there with you thirsty and soak my sorrows or celebratory. Either one, we're gonna be ready to
That's
go play
it. Yes,
ball.
I
sir.
tell you what, coach.
We
I
ain't
tell
gonna
you what,
shy
coach.
away down here. We gonna come. Well, I'm gonna come back on and let you know how it went, good or bad. That's where we at. We trying to build a new culture here at Calvary Day School, and that's where we went.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I love the energy, coach. I love the energy, coach. Hey, I tell you what though, if you do have to come to Ellenwood and you get baptized in the waters of Ellenwood, you can always stop off on 75 and come see me. We can break some bread, have a drink, smoke a stick, and
Oh,
we can talk
absolutely,
about it.
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
ain't got no problem with that. But with that being said, coach, like I say, this is not about City Road, not about Peach County, Thomasville, or any other school in 3A. We're focused on Calvary Day. That's what we're focusing on right now. So, what don't we know about? Or I ain't gonna say what don't we know, but what should we know about Calvary Day right now?
I mean, right now, like I said, we're in a state of we feel like we got a really good junior class right now that's really got a lot of bunch of leaders. We probably got about 6 or 7 seniors, and maybe about 4 of them are really contributing. And
Yeah,
we've raised our numbers, to about 80. So like I said, we're in that group. We got a nice, really junior class. Like I said, we got junior quarterback, which is 4-star, junior tight end, which is 4-star. We got defensive tackle. Going committed to Duke. We got linebacker committed to UCF. We got the safety committed to. Got offers from Minnesota. We got a lot of guys that's just been overlooked. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
we embrace that. You know what I mean? Like we're
yeah,
embracing it. We built Calvary. We built Calvary up for some years, and I feel like we kind of built it for this moment. You know what I
Yes,
mean? That
sir.
we got, and
yeah,
our kids are excited about it. It sucks when you go out and you just score every time you touch the ball. But if they're executing, it is what it is. We won't know
Yes, sir.
until we know.
Yes,
for
And
sir.
sure, for sure.
so
I, I'm not gonna lie, coach. We have dubbed Calvary Day as Baby IMG. All
nah,
right, I'm just letting you know
well,
we
well, we
dubbed the.
well we lost our best running back last year to IMG. We lost him, Donovan Johnson. We lost him. He was a physical freshman specimen last year, rushed for 1,300 yards. And we just had enough. So now we got 4 backs. We just do it by committee now. We
Yeah,
There
got
you
4
go.
backs that can do what he do. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
That's a stable mark of a program, coach. When you could just plug and play, you losing that quality of a back, and you still got kids that can step in and fill his shoes. That's a great sign that you are building that program in the right direction. So, again, man, big ups to you all. Um, I look forward to seeing what you all do in the playoffs this year, so that maybe we can be a little focused and get a little more familiar with you all coming out of that Savannah region. And
right.
yeah, man, just look forward to seeing what goes on this year in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We gotta do our part, but once we do our part, Thursday we'll be down to Ellenwood, and y'all be coming down to Savannah. We get y'all some crab legs and stuff, you know.
I bet. Hey,
Let's get you down here
hey,
to the
hey,
seaport. Get you down to the seaport, you know.
hey!
Y'all
I'll
get
meet you
some.
on River
Depend
Street.
on the.
I'll meet you.
Yeah,
Um,
there you go. Me
uh,
more. Hey, as soon as the coin toss flip, we either know we're in River Street or we're in Ellenwood, you know.
There it is.
there it is. You come to Ellenwood, we're going to Magic City, coach. Just look, hey, just hit me up.
I guess
Hey,
I gotta
thank you.
go. I gotta get some ones then.
There you go.
I hope so. I hope so. But nah, coach. Hey, real talk though. We appreciate you coming on, giving us your time today. We're not
Yes,
gonna
sir.
hold you up. We're gonna let you get back to what you're doing. But as always, thanks for coming on and talking with us.
All right, man. No doubt, man. Go Calvary Day, man. Go Cavs.
Yes, sir, coach. Big ups. Good luck on the middle school game.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Great stuff from Coach out of Calvary Day, man.
Great stuff.
Really looking forward, man. Like I said, good stuff. EP getting them on, man. You've been keeping that
Appreciate
channel
you.
open. We appreciate you for that.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
Thursday, man, he makes some great points. I like the enthusiasm that they displaying coming out of Calvary Day.
Yeah,
They are number wise a 2A school, and for him to say, hey, we building this program here. We want to play in 3A. We want to play the Peach Counties. We want to play the Cedar Groves. Man, big ups to that program, man. Let's just hope that they not putting their foot in their mouth and that they're able to perform, man.
for sure, for sure. As we said earlier, and as we said early on in the season, as the season was getting started, Calvary Day is not a team to overlook in
Yes,
3A.
sir. Yes, sir.
You know, Calvary Day popped up on the radar once the regional alignments came. You know, once the new classifications fell out, and everybody's questioning who is Calvary Day. Do your research on Calvary Day. Calvary Day is not a program to take lightly
Yes, sir.
in 3A.
Yes, sir.
So, despite them having a weak region, because we know the Savannah region is what it is, but they're handling their business. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yes.
Doing what they're supposed to do in that region without question.
Yes.
So,
And I
you know,
remember EP and I did the preseason rankings, and we had Calvary Day in the top 10. And we got a lot of backlash from that. Hey, how's Calvary Day? And they coming from, but you didn't do your homework on them. And now you see the entire ranking system in Georgia High School Association has Calvary Day ranked in top 5 in every poll.
And they're there for a reason. They got ballers. They got players. If you get the chance, watch the highlights. You know, if you can find a game, watch a game. But Calvary Day will open your eyes to what and to who Calvary Day is and what they're about.
Now, let me play devil's advocate here.
Okay.
It's easy to play as a single A private school and you're looking like studs and getting those offers.
Okay.
It's easy to play in a region that you pretty much can run through, like Coach said, score on every time you touch the ball.
Okay.
But we all said on this show that iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
What iron has Calvary Day ran up against to see if they're sharpened? It's my only thing.
Once again, the best team they've played this whole year is Elka. And they won that game by 7 points.
And it got stopped in the fourth quarter, though.
Yeah. And so we have to take it for what it is, though. They won.
Yeah.
They won. Yes, it was against Elka, but they won. A lower classified school, but they won. So how much weight does that carry? We don't know.
Yeah.
But it will tell come second round of the playoffs for sure, because they're going to play a Region 1 team in the second round of the playoffs. Whether that team is Carver, Columbus, or Doherty is to be decided on Thursday night. But they're going to play a quality team that dropped down from 4A into 3A. So we're
and
going
not to mention both of those teams that they have the opportunity of facing were quarterfinals and semifinal, and one actually played for the state champion. So if I'm not mistaken, Carver beat Doherty in the semis to lose the championship game. So you're talking about 2 semifinalists and 1 state finalist that you'll be playing up against either or.
Yeah. So that's going to prove what type of pedigree they have.
Agreed.
And, you know, so how do we look at Calvary Day? Once again, you can't take them lightly.
Not a pushover.
So you have to look at them seriously. You know, you got to take them serious. Just, you know, we already know any team in 3A can make it happen. But, yeah, you can go back and look at Calvary Day resume for the, I don't care how you want to do it, past 10 years or going forward. Past 10 years, they haven't had a losing season.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that goes back to what I was saying about playing, but you're playing on the same level of competition. So you can't look at it and say, oh, man, they were single A. Well, yeah, they were single A private and they was playing against single A private. So that means they handled their business for the last 10 years.
I mean, if you want to look at last year, right? Remember who they lost to in the quarterfinals. They lost to a good fellowship Christian team last year.
Yes.
All right. They went 12-1 last year. So, and the year before that, you know, they were in the semifinals the year before that. Despite their record at 9-5, when you look who they lost to, Prince Ave. North Cobb. All right, Stratford Academy. Okay. Savannah Christian. Bad loss. But they prevailed and made it to the semifinals and ended up losing to Trinity Christian.
Who also won the state championship that year.
Yeah. So that's why, once again, you can't take them lightly. They got a good class coming through right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You got to I'm not going to say respect, but you got to give props to Calvary Day.
No.
To give them respect, they got to earn it. And they're going to earn it with that second round of the play.
I agree.
That's where they're going to earn it.
I agree.
They'll really open eyes on how they perform in the third round. Because everybody in 3A expects them to play Cedar Grove in the third round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cedar Grove handle business. Make it to the third round, and let's see what Calvary Day is about.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, here's my downside to this, and it's no knock on Calvary Day because understood preseason ranking, I ranked them. I think they should go all the way through to the quarters to face Cedar Grove. But again, you got the 4th seed in the Augusta area being Richmond Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Handle your business. Don't go out and drop the ball against them and expect to be sitting at the table just because of your regular season record.
Yeah.
If you're going to be playing with the big boys and want to be ranked in the top 10 throughout the year, don't be a one and done in the playoff. Handle your business.
For sure. I think we're both on the same page. We want to see Calvary Day perform. We want to see Calvary Day finish the drill.
Yes.
And that's what it comes down to.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, there are certain teams that we expect to exceed and excel in the playoffs. I'm not going to call out names right now, but do what you're supposed to do and finish the drill.
That's the whole bottom line.
Finish the drill.
Bottom line.
A lot of us expect to be playing December 2nd, which is the semifinal.
I stand on this, and I stand on this as a fan of the Peach County Trojans, as well as someone who has studied, played, and know football majority of my life. If Peach County play Peach County football, don't come out with this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type stuff, and what they've been showing the last couple of weeks, we should see them in the semifinal. Thomasville Bulldogs, handle your business. You started out slow. You had a gauntlet of a schedule in a non-region. Handle your business. We should see you in the semifinals. Cedar Grove, the juggernaut of 3A, 4 championships in the last 6 years, been through a gauntlet of a schedule and prevail. Handle your business. We should see you in the semifinals. And last but not least, I got to say maybe the Oconee Warriors. You kind of dancing around, up for a minute, down for a minute. Handle your business, and I think we see you in the semifinals.
Okay, I'm gonna add one more team to that. Thomasville. We've been riding with you all year. This panel, despite your non-region schedule, always had faith in you. You've allowed us to check off one box. Region champion.
Region champ, yeah.
Allow us to check off the next box, a semifinal.
Semifinalist.
All right. Thomasville. Handle your business. Finish the drill. We know what you're capable of doing. Despite everything you have going, all the distractions you have going on, new coaches, players leaving, players coming. You've proven you can play 3A ball. Prove to us that we are not wrong about you and make it to the semifinals. Handle your business.
There you go.
With that being said, EP, what you got for us?
I'm just listening. Good stuff.
All right. You know what, though, EP? I think on what we just said, is a good way to go ahead and end the show for tonight.
Before we go, and you close us out, Thursday, I just want to big up EP, man, for putting this together. Great show, producing us tonight. Great show hosting with my boy Thirsty. Like always, great interview with Coach out of Calvary Day, looking to make a name for themselves in 3A. Big ups to them in the middle school game they had playing for a championship there. Big up to the Wizard for his predictions and things he brought tonight. And let's get it this week. Everybody's safe. Prayers for everybody traveling as well as home. Again, I want to reiterate on the nonsense that you all been pulling at high school games this year. Leave that stuff at home, man. Let these kids have their moment.
And with that being said, I'm going to reiterate.
Hold on real quick. And don't forget to vote for put your votes on for the player of the week. And the link will close tomorrow at 12 noon.
12 noon. Offensive and defensive player of the week, as well as your pick'ems. Close tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Well, shit, I ain't got nothing to say then. I ain't got nothing to say, but peace up, A-Town down. That's all I got to say.
Break it down like a shotgun.
Tune in. This is your Friday Night Live podcast, photo and entertainment, and Middle Georgia Sales and Services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a mule.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a label.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose.